Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? And welcome back to the channel. And if it's your first time visiting us, why don't you guys hit that subscribe button in your lower right hand corner and become part of the family. Tonight, I am going to be getting the head ready to take over to Nye's. Thursday, we are going to be heading over there to drop it off. I'm not going to be able to wait on it because it's a 2 or 3 day process to go through and do everything from start to finish. So hopefully while we're over there, they will be able to kind of tour the facility and be able to see what they do from start to finish in that 2 to 3 days. I'm going to have it decked. I'm going to have it pressure tested. They're going to check the valves, the valve guides, the valve seals, do new valve seals, and also have the head fire ringed. Like I showed you the last time, I have my Hamilton fire ring head gasket. I gotta take that with me, and then also it's gonna be going together with some exotic performance head studs. So pretty stoked to be able to use those studs finally. I've had them down in the basement for a really long time to go in the dually, and every time I go to do something, I've got work to do on the second gen, so I have not been able to use them. So I thought, what better time, just put them in the second gen. So I am not going to reuse these ARP 2000s. They do have, I believe, 1 torque on them, so if somebody is interested in them, hit me up in the comment section, DM me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram right here. If you guys are interested in them, let me know. I don't even know what they're worth. Make me an offer, I don't care. This one here, that's the one that was up front. Just take and wire brush it up a little bit and it'll just be fine. It'll be just fine. The nut and the washer is in this area right here. Right there's the washer, I can see it, and the nut is down there someplace too. So if somebody is interested in them studs, please let me know. I'm not going to use them. They are ARP 2000s, and I believe they have 1 torque on them. So, but before we get started, we have some mail that was in the P.O. box. P.O. box is always in the description. So we're gonna open up these 2 boxes and see what's in them. All right, the first one we have right here, like I said, the P.O. box is always in the description. This says Hicks in Oregon. I already know what this is. This is from Caleb Hicks. He emailed me and told me he's going to be sending this, but I'm going to open it up and kind of check it out. This is going to be in some future videos coming. Got a note, read that here in a minute. What we have here, this is a crank wear sleeve installer. So we're going to be using this, and I did find out another way to be able to put those wear sleeves on too. A friend of mine had sent me a video on how to do it, but this is an actual wear sleeve installer. Got the 2 bolts, goes in there, threads right in your crank. A couple of slide washers in there. We'll use some ARP lube or some exotic performance lube, just some type of lube on that, so we're not wearing on that surface or on his washers. So we have a crank wear sleeve installer right here that Caleb was gracious enough to send us to be able to use. Caleb, I will get this back to you. I do appreciate the use very much. Just kind of goes through, says when installing the wear sleeve, take your time, make sure it's on there straight before starting to press it on there. Says if I have any questions, go ahead and give him an email. Caleb, I do appreciate it very much. We'll make sure you get it back safe and sound, buddy. Appreciate it. Next one just says Amazon fulfillment. Oh, yes. We got some ultra black with no note. Well, whoever, thank you very much. If you guys want to send stuff, please send a note so I can thank you guys. I do appreciate the case of ultra black. I will put that to good use. So Caleb and whomever, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, the P.O. box is always in the description. Right now I want to get out there and get that head cleaned, get it back in here. I have a 2x8 and some 1/4 20 5 or 4.5 inch carriage bolts that I want to bolt the head down to this, and actually on the valve side to this wood. That way when I put it in the back of the truck, it's not sliding around on the bottom of the head. And I really don't want to put it in the back seat. I guess I could. It just might make for a little bit hard getting out of there. So I'm not certain what we're going to take over there yet. It's about a 2-hour drive, whether I'm going to take the caddy or I'm going to take the dually. Whatever I do decide to take, I want the valve side protected. So we're going to bolt the head to this piece of 2x10 and hope for the best. If you guys do want to send your stuff over to Nyes and get it taken care of, head work, block work, whatever you guys want to do, you can ship your head over there. It will probably have to go freight because the 24 valve head weighs right around 160, 165 pounds. So you'll have to build yourself a little box, kind of like what I'm doing, just a little bit further. Maybe a couple of 2x8s side by side, and then hold them together with some 1xs and then box around it. I don't know. I can kind of visualize it in my head. It's just kind of hard to explain. So right now, let's get out there and get that head cleaned off. Got some carburetor cleaner, gonna douche it down. Make it good and clean, bring it back in here, set it on the table, drill some holes, and get it bolted to this piece of 2x10. Alright, we got the cylinder head all cleaned. Like an idiot, I grabbed the wrong size bolts. I measured the head and it measured 4 inches across there. I was thinking of using screws, like big flat headed deck screws, and just screw from the top and go into the board. So I thought 4.5 would be long enough, and then when I got to the hardware store, I grabbed 4.5 inch carriage bolts, not thinking of going all the way through the 2x4. So my bolts aren't long enough, so I'm gonna have to run back to the hardware store, grab some different bolts. Maybe I'll just go ahead and grab screws, go in through the top side here, and then screw down into the piece of the 2x10. This is really what I'm gonna do to accomplish, to protect the heads. Basically, I'm gonna screw the board to the bottom of the head like that. And that'll protect the valves, and then I'll sit it in a truck on that board just like that, and that'll protect the valves on my way over to Indiana. If you guys are going to ship it over there, go ahead and take out your coolant line that goes to your heater core inside the truck. Go ahead and take out your temp sensor, and then go ahead and take out your map sensor and your intake air temperature sensor, which is in the back here. This is the back of the head, so from the back going forward, you're gonna have your intake air temperature sensor. It's the IAT, and then you're gonna have your map sensor, and then also go ahead and take out your coolant sensor again. And then this is what I was talking about. I've had some issues coming loose. This right here is your excessive fuel return for the back of the head, what your injectors don't use. This is a banjo bolt, and I've had that come loose a couple of times, and then you get kind of a hard start just a little bit because you're losing prime within your system. So make sure that is tight all the time. Maybe check it every time you do an oil change, be a good idea. So right now I'm going to go ahead and pull the sensors off, take the intake plenum cover off, and I guess run back to the hardware store. All right, all sensors are out, but at 8 o'clock on a Sunday evening, everything's closed. So I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow to go grab the bolts to get that board bolted to the back of the head. Your intake air temperature sensor They do look the same like that, but when you get them out, they're very evidently different, so you guys won't have any issues on getting those screwed up when you put them back in. That looks like an O2 sensor, like on a gasser. So, and that just looks like a temperature sensor. So, thermometer. You might stick it under your tongue, see how warm you are, something like that, you know. And then you got your map sensor. It's held in, or it seals with an O-ring. All of them do. So the map sensor, actually, the O-ring doesn't look the best. Might pick up a new O-ring for the map sensor. And then we already have an elbow that we're going to put in place of this to just make that, dress that up and make it look a little bit better. And I do have to order some new hardware for the plenum cover, so I got to get that ordered from Bolt Depot. And we're going to get this little paint job too. So I said to heck with it. Grabbed a nice adult beverage, some cider boys, and I think I'm gonna call it a night after I get the head off the engine hoist. So I guess that's pretty much all I have. If you guys don't mind, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll talk to you guys later on.